Right, so we're going to be looking today at how to do the face of our friendly ghost. Now, you should have been following the video before to actually how to make our ghost, but today is just how to do his face. So, here's one I prepared earlier. I have a head at the readiness here. Now, when we're looking at how to place the head and the eyes, we want to sort of like place the eyes in the middle, so like halfway down the head. So if you think this will be the base of our first eye, and you want it to be sort of like on this side, I want the eyes to be spaced properly across. So say this is our first eye here, so that'll be the bottom of it, and the top will come to about there. We want to be able to put our next eye about 3 stitches over. So 1, 2, we want this next eye to be about there. Now if we just have that so we can see, careful not to stick yourself with pins, but it just gives you more of an idea of where your eyes are going to be to begin with. Right, so having got that in your head where you want to come out, you go in the back of the head. First of all, I should tell you, get some black cotton, black wool on the end of a darning needle. Go in through the back of the head through a hole, remember to go through the hole, and come out through the hole that you decided there. Pull and leave a tail at the back so we can tie it off at the end. Right, now our first eye is going to be two rows up. I don't know if you can see that. So you miss one row and go up to the next row and go in the middle. Then come out on the same row where you went in, but 1 stitch across. So come down like that. We're just going to make the outline of the first eye. Next stitch, you go in where you first came out, that one, and do exactly the same place, go up to the top and come out through the same hole. This hopefully will give us just the nice outline of our eye. So now we're going to go back in through here and come out through our first hole again. And that will give us the base triangle. Now if you want your ghost to be, you can pull those. If you want it to be a strict triangle, you can pull it tight. Or if you want more like an arched type of eye, don't pull it so tight. Okay, so that's the outline of our first eye. Now all we have to do is simply fill it in. And that all it means is go to the top where we went in, try to go through the wool, then come back down, and if you can, go through the middle of the wool at the bottom, because then it won't pull and it won't have any glaring white gaps. So just pull it through. Make sure you've got it all right. And then that's what we're going to keep doing until we fill that eye in. So you go up to the top again, go across a bit more at the bottom and keep on filling that eye in. And that's all we're doing all the way across the eye. Get all the other wool out of the way. Right, so you might have to just push it into being in the right place, but keep on going. Let you take about 3 or 4 stitches because it's DK wool, so it's quite thick. Okay, don't pull him too hard because you don't want to pull the eye out of shape. I reckon 1 more will fill that side in. Don't worry, you don't have to keep going to the top. As you go across and fill it in, you can go halfway down like that. And then that will keep it in a better thing. Now here, we don't have to come out again because we know that that's going to fill in the rest of our eye. We want to go to where you placed the pin before and go into that one. So that is 3 stitches across. 1, 2, 3. Take the pin out because then you won't stick yourself. Now all we want to do is pull that gently through and ease it into the right position so you know it's going to fill the rest of the eye in. Like so. See, that's our first eye. Now, all we're going to do is exactly the same thing on this side. So, we go up 2 and go to the stitch in the middle and then come down 1 stitch across, like that. Pull it through, go into your first hole and come out through the same one at the top. And to complete the triangle, just go back into the same hole at the bottom. Now remember, come out through the first hole again, and we're just going to completely repeat what we just did on the first eye. which will be filling him in. So it will just go up to the top. If you want to make it more rounded, you can make sure your needle goes into it like that. There. You can make it come through the middle of the wool or just underneath the wool, don't worry. It's just so you don't get any unsightly white gaps as you fill that eye in. And don't pull too tight because it will pull the head out of shape. Oh, he might be a ghost, but we still want to make him look friendly. Right, one more in there, probably two. One there. Now if you do get any gaps as you go across, simply go back with the needle and fill it in with another piece of wool. It's very simple. Now that will fill in our last shape there. So once we've got both our eyes finished, we want to think of how to do his friendly mouth. Now all we need to do there is miss a row, and you want to come out directly underneath in the middle of each eye. So it's not rocket science. You just come out underneath, pull it gently, make sure the eye is filled in, like that. Don't pull it too tight because you might, there, like that. So there is his eyes. See how his eyes are coming together nicely. Now we want a nice friendly mouth, not too deep, but if you make it symmetrical, so that's under one eye. Now we want to go under the second eye there. Now before you pull that tight, it's going to be one row deep his mouth is. So go to the row below and go in the middle and come out there. And don't pull it tight, we want a nice happy mouth. Get the wool right. Okay, now to keep them in that position, we just want to loop our wool around that bit and just go straight through into the same hole. Can you see that? Into the same hole there, just like that. Now, when we're doing that, we want to think about where we're going to go and exit again. So we want to go straight back through the same hole we entered to begin with. That's only so we can tie it off at the end. So let's go back to the front, make sure our mouth is going to be nice and level, and a happy smiley mouth, like so. Don't want to pull him up too tight. Now all we have to do is snip off the back. I can find my scissors. So we just need to cut off the back, do a simple double knot there, like so. Cut off the excess thread and simply push the knot back inside the head so no one can see what's going on. Might take a bit to push it all in, but just make sure that you can't see, because you are a white head black there, so you can't see him on the back. When you come through to the front, we've got a nice happy smiley ghost, and that is the face of our friendly ghost.